Everybody, welcome back. In this episode I'm gonna share a few of my experience about how to teach the baby to respond their name. In this episode I'm gonna share some of the techniques that I use for my child and things that I understand from his personality about how to make him understand and how to encourage him to respond when I call his name. Actually, lots of different children, they might have different personality and might have different kind of behavior when the parents they call their name. There are children that they respond, there are children that they don't respond. If you think that something is wrong with your child and you need to talk with your doctor, you might share this kind of concern with your pediatrician, so in this way they can check or they can give more advices and more professional help for you as a parent to help your child to understand the problems, and also to maybe they can suggest you for any therapist or to provide more professional help about certain problems that your child might have. At the very beginning age, I start calling and start making conversation with my child, and always calling his name Joseph, so in this way he can understand that I'm talking about him. Actually, when it come at 1 year old, the children they start to understand and to respond back the name, and different babies they might not respond. It might not be a concern or a problem to show any health problem of the baby, but different babies they might have different personalities, and sometimes even the parents they use the wrong way to call their names, and they frustrate the baby so they don't answer them back. One of the main things that I understand from with my child and from being with him is that when I called him with a very loud voice, like Joseph, I scream to him. Most of the time he tried to ignore me, or he doesn't answer me back, and he doesn't really want me to call in such a loud voice. So I try to change the method of calling him. Also, I understood that when you called him for no reason, like Joseph, and just to know if he's gonna answer me back, most of the time when I did that, he was refusing to answer me back. Actually, in this way I understand that calling him for no reason, it was not helpful, so I had to change the method. Another reason why my child refused to answer his name, as I understood from being together, is that most of the time he is very focused on playing or focused in a certain thing, and might ignore you or might not pay attention because the things that he's doing might be more interesting than just answering back his name. So after I try to see his behavior and to understand how to change, I use three methods to make interesting and to try to grab his attention. So in this way, when I'm calling his name, he's gonna answer me back. The first thing is that he is always trying to answer his name when I am singing his name. The way how you pronounce it, the way how you sing the name of the baby, they find interesting, so they might have curiosity to know why they are calling and why mama or papa is doing this kind of voice. So singing is a very nice way to take the attention of the baby, and also to make them interesting their name and to answer back to you. Another way of trying to make interesting the name of the baby is to change the volume of the tone of the word. When you, I noticed that when I scream like Joseph, and you might not answer back because the volume of the voice that you are using might be not the proper one, and the baby might get scared of you, and he might find boring, or he just choose to ignore you. So like saying like Joseph or whispering the name is a nice way to take his attention, because this kind of volume, this kind of way of pronouncing the name, it's gonna make more interesting him, and it's gonna grab his attention and try to pay more attention to you, to the things that you are doing or to the things that you are saying to him. Another method that I used when I was trying to make him always to answer me back is that like whispering or clapping when you are calling his name. Like calling Joseph and clapping my hands or whispering while he's calling his name. It takes the attention, and also it makes more interesting to continue with me the things that I want to show or the conversation that I want to have with him. The other thing that I have understand from my child is that when I call his name for no reason, when I call the name for the first time and he answers me back and there is nothing, you just give him a smile, but there is nothing really to offer him. The next time that I tried to call him, he was refusing or ignoring me, because there was other things that they were more interesting, or other things that they were giving more happiness than just calling and just giving nothing from my side. So most of the time that I was calling his name, I was offering a fruit, I was doing a conversation, or I was playing with him. So in this way he had the idea that when I call his name I had something to offer him, not always a material thing, but even a conversation, a hug, or a love. So in this way he finds very attractive and very important the things that I'm offering, and it's a nice way to grab his intention and to give the reason that the things that you're gonna give or the things that you're gonna offer is more important things than the things that he's doing or other things that he is playing. So this is kind of the a few things that I have been experimenting with my child. So in this way I try to grab his attention and to make him respond his name when I called. Different children, they might have different behaviors, and for some children, if they don't respond their name, it might be even a sign of health problems, but not always, because the children, they grow and they have their different personality, and it doesn't necessarily mean that they have a health conditions. As I said before, if you feel like you want to share with your doctor certain behavior or certain strange things that you notice in your child, it is a good way to share with them so they can give you a professional help. And so in this way you can address and you can find the proper care for your child. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe my channel, and see you in the next episode.